All right, everybody, Bryce here coming at you with yet another quick crypto market update. And it's been a big week in the news, lots of announcements, lots of people talking about Bitcoin, lots of disclosures about Q2 activity. As the SEC filings came out, some funds are showing massive signs of accumulation. One of Morgan Stanley's European Opportunity Fund reported in the beginning of the year, they had like 28,000 shares of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And their disclosures at the end of Q2, guys, it was a staggering 58,000. I think I wrote that down. 58,116 shares of Grayscale Trust. So they basically doubled their exposure from the first quarter. So I think that's huge. But the big news that I'm seeing today is that Verifone, which is a payment processor, right? You go to, your convenience store, your grocery store, you swipe your card in that little point of sales thing. Verifone is like one of the biggest ones, right? And so they have this platform for, their newest ones, right? There's 600,000 of these things all across the world. And these new top of the line Verifone, swipers now accept Bitcoin and now have ability for people to use Bitcoin at those point of sales. So keep your eyes out. This is humongous news because it increasingly starts to add to the utility of cryptocurrencies. And it now is as people say, oh, well, where can you even use Bitcoin? What can you even do with it? Well, Verifone, which they're going to be making more of these, top of the line, cloud-based credit card systems, and they're having just built-in integrations with crypto. That's where the future's going, right? Verifone is accepting this, and they're pushing hardware and software to support this, okay? So this is very good news for anybody that is a cryptocurrency holder or somebody who's investing in the space, okay? The other thing that I was reading was that Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO of JPMorgan, right? He's a big name. He's talked a lot of crap on Bitcoin in the past, calling it fraud, calling it this and that. He was just in the news this weekend saying, sure, Bitcoin could 10x, but I really don't care about it. And it was like one of those things that the media just globbed onto, because here's Jamie Dimon say, sure, Bitcoin could 50 or 10x, which would bring it to about $500,000. But he's just like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't really care. I'm more focused on my business, all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like, was it a price target? It might not have been. I think that it was really just him just trying to avoid a question, but also he's accepted the fact that Bitcoin is not going anywhere. And the reason why I think that he has softened his stance, if you will, on Bitcoin is because JPMorgan now is investing in Grayscale Bitcoin funds and all sorts of stuff. Like when JPMorgan has, their wealth management clients, they want exposure to crypto markets. And so JPMorgan is offering crypto products, right? And they're doing research on it. So it's not going anywhere. So I think Jamie Dimon has to die to his ego a little bit. And so I just wanted to kind of share that he's softening his stance. And again, when he softens his stance on it, it softens the stance of so much of the world who looks to him for an opinion, right? And so never underestimate the power of one man's opinion, because so many people, form their opinions off of other people's opinions who are in power. So lastly, not lastly, I should say there's a couple more things I want to talk about. But very interestingly, the running back of the Green Bay Packers just announced that, I think his name is Aaron, or his last name is Aaron. I'm not a football guy, obviously. But the cool thing is that he just signed a deal that he will be accepting some of his salary in cryptocurrency. And so the more you see, high-profile athletes accepting payment in cryptocurrency and normalizing it, that's just good for these asset prices, right? I mean, as more and more celebrities and more athletes endorse it, and it becomes a part of culture, right? And we're seeing it slowly unfold. This aspect of cryptocurrency becoming a part of culture, right? It's happening, and it's happening quicker and quicker. So that's why I like to do these market updates and highlight these things. So if you are a Green Bay fan, or if you like football, you can say hey, this guy is getting paid in cryptocurrency. That's pretty cool, right? It's not just it's not a small market anymore. I mean, this is the real deal. And lastly, China, right? China is, they're cracking down on cryptocurrency continually. So Huobi, one of the largest exchanges that used to service, mainland China customers, they just announced that as of 12/31, they will no longer service any mainland China customers. And so what this did was this caused the market to, sell off a little bit. But what happened in tandem was the rotation that we've been talking about from basically network layer assets to DeFi based assets. So, a lot of the coins that are in our model portfolio, right, saw a really nice rotation. A lot of the coins that we've been writing about in our newsletter saw a huge pump basically on the back of the news that, these centralized exchanges in China weren't going to be servicing any people anymore, not just Bitcoin miners, right? So Bitcoin mining's been banned since the summer. Now it's, coming down to the user level. But we saw prices sell off about 5%. DeFi pumped 15 to 20%. But in the past, when China has had really bearish news, it's caused prices to fall a lot more. So I actually think this was a pretty bullish absorption of selling, right? There's a lot of selling. The market absorbed it without slipping down too much, which means there was an underlying bid on the market, which was able to absorb any panic. And prices, I think, are going to get marked back up. So I'm very bullish. Again, despite the FUD coming out of, interest rate land and the fact that, the Fed is going to start raising rates. I mean, I think that they've been pretty dovish. I think that they're going to be holding off on raising rates for a while until the economy is more stable, right? If they raised rates right now, the economy would take a hit in a big, big way. Or I should say asset prices would take a big, big hit. And it would cause a lot of, fear and panic in the markets. I don't think they want that. I think they want to avoid that and push it back as long as possible. And did you guys see that 2 Federal Reserve presidents just resigned or retired or whatever this past week? And they didn't admit to it or openly acknowledge it about any sort of privileged information or insider trading stuff that they did. But there's been a lot of media attention surrounding it that, looking at their public disclosures of what they were trading, these Federal Reserve presidents, looking at the public disclosures of what they were trading and the timing around, public announcements and their trades was very suspicious. So a couple guys stepped down. Not good, not a good look. But regardless, Bitcoin's here to stay, crypto's here to stay. We're in good shape. I think the market's still in a bull market. And that's the market update. And if you guys aren't already, plugged in with a investment community of people that are cryptocurrency investors that are, really looking at this space, analyzing it, sharing information in chat rooms, all that stuff, you should join our group, right? Click that link below. For just $1, you could get a 2-week trial. I write a newsletter every week. We have buy and sell alerts for fundamentally strong cryptocurrencies. We've got model portfolios, and we do a ton of research, guys, and we love sharing that with you guys. So if you guys aren't already signed up, hit that link below. It's $1, 2-week trial. Come and see, check it out. We've got a lot of cryptocurrency folks and analysis that we're sharing. And man, it's just, I can't think of a better time in the market. As Bitcoin is just, hovering right above $40,000. I mean, never a better time to get in. So come check it out.